Hello everyone and welcome to Cinderful Gaming. I hope you're all doing well and I hope that you are all fighting that war against the Grey. In today's video we have another Warhammer Black Library story to review for you. And so in today's Black Library review we're going to check out the Warhammer 40,000 story The Silent King by Guy Haley. Today's video is sponsored by the Warhammer merch shop. Want to grab some merch for your favourite Warhammer army? You can use our affiliate link down below to grab your next purchase and help support the channel at the same time. This is the 9th and final story in the Dawn of Fire series. Certainly, like any one of these long-winded series with Games Workshop, there are many ups and downs throughout the series. But Guy Haley is one of my personal favourite Black Library authors, having written other stories in the Warhammer 40,000 setting such as Valador, Genefather and Darkness in the Blood, while also having written many other stories for Warhammer Age of Sigmar as well, such as the Archnaut's Oath and Prince Mesa, and also the Rise of the Horned Rat during the End Times in Warhammer Fantasy. As always, I do enjoy listening to Black Library fiction in an audio format though, enabling me to immerse myself in the worlds of Warhammer while also getting some hobby or editing done at the desk. And today's story is brought to life by John Banks, who's also narrated some other stories we've previously checked out on the channel, such as Ashes of Prospero, Battle of the Fang and War of Secrets. And so, onto our story of the moment, The Silent King. First thing is first. This doesn't feel like a traditional end of a book series one might expect. We're not seeing a big bad defeated here, and we're not seeing a conclusion to everything we've read about. That all happened in the previous title, Hand of Abaddon. This book very much feels like the cliffhanger at the end of a TV series, getting you itching to find out what is going to happen next in the series. We've introduced a new big bad here in the galaxy, and the Necrons are that, and they very little of what's come before in the series takes any sort of center stage here. Now, it should be said that I think the overall story was okay. While not really offering all that much of grand narrative or lasting effect, we got some big named characters to feature in it like Belisarius Cawl and the Primarch Rebute Gilliman, front and center, and along with some other characters we've seen in the series, along like Captain Messinius of the White Consuls. Now, some favourites of mine in the series meet their end in glorious fashion. We do have some stories wrapping up, but for the most part we are seeing a setup to a new phase in the Warhammer 40,000 setting here. For those wishing to get a good look at the Necrons, you'll sadly not find it in this book. There is very little in the way of Necron dialogue, and honestly I can't seem to recall any real point of view moments from the Necrons in the story. The majority of the Necrons we encounter are Canoptek units that are maintaining the tombs our Imperial main characters are investigating throughout the story. For a book titled The Silent King, his absence for the vast majority of the story is noticeable. This wouldn't be the first time we've gotten a story named for a major character in the setting, only for it to have very little to directly do with the character. Angron the Red Angel springs to mind as another such story. But the Silent King is a threat we don't see in the story. He's the big force behind the Necrons' awakening of and their threat to the galaxy that they're posing, but he's not part of like the major plot here. I do feel the way that GW promoted this book at the end of the series as like the particular phase ending part to the 40k narrative is why I struggle to really enjoy it. While I don't mind it being part of the Dawn of Fire series, like I said, it reminds me of a cliffhanger at the end of a season episode of some popular TV show, and I feel pushing it as the link to the next phase of the Indominus Crusade would have been a much better fit, and seen a lot of negativity around the story much reduced. Now with that said, not an awful lot does happen to open our next part of the narrative anyway, with just a brief conflict interaction and some words of intent stated between the leaders of the Necrons and Imperium. Now the fight is pretty big, it is brief, and so we're teased about the future story arcs but not given anything concrete to sort of latch onto yet. For me, there's just so much more I'd have wanted from this story than what we got, though I do look forward to a full series on the Nephilim sector wars against the Necrons. 2 out of 5 stars sadly. The book just didn't give much and felt oddly placed within its own series and was massively promoted wrong, I feel. If you are a Necron fan though and you're looking to get look at a story through the eyes of a Necron, then I'd heavily recommend checking out the Twice Dead King Reign and Ruin, and also the Infinite and the Divine. And so that is our review of the story for you. We hope you enjoyed it. Once again, don't forget to drop a comment down below. Let us know what you enjoyed about it. Give us a like, subscribe, and turn on your bell notifications for all the good things from the channel. Stay safe everyone, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the Grey. Ciao for now.